Well, Johnny, good morning here in Baltimore, Maryland.
Good morning.
It's my first time here, but obviously not your first time here because you all made the film here. And how long were you here?
I was here altogether about 3 months.
That's a pretty long shoot.
Yeah, well, I came here about 3 weeks, 2-3 weeks prior to filming and stayed about 3 days after, so.
I really enjoyed your performance. I think it's just a really fun movie, and your performance is absolutely wonderful.
Wow, well, thank you very much. It's great to hear. I'm glad you liked it.
When you see yourself up there, what goes through your mind?
Mortification. It's very hard for me to watch myself. I'm not real comfortable with it. It's kind of I get kind of a queasy feeling, so that's not so much fun. But the movie, watching the movie itself is fun.
Johnny, you've been quoted as saying that in this movie you kind of make fun of yourself.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
One of the big reasons why I did it, aside from the fact that it was a great opportunity to work with one of the best directors around, best filmmakers, was to make fun of the labels that had been put on me and the image that had been sold to people of me, and which is something I had nothing to do with. So yeah, it was a great opportunity to make fun of a product which people I guess I've become or something.
It's set in the 50s, and as I watched you, I wondered if you had any particular person who was kind of a role model for you.
For the character?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I used a lot of different guys. I used a lot of Chet Baker from the 50s, early Elvis, Gene Vincent, Eddie Cochran, those guys, Carl Perkins, Johnny Cash, Conway Twitty. I did a lot of research on the old rockabilly guys and how they were and what they dressed like and what they liked to do and what the Drapes did back in Baltimore in the early 50s, you know, what their idea of fun was. It was great, and the 50s to me was one of the most incredible periods for America, because there was a lot going on, there was a lot of new stuff happening, and it was also very innocent in the 50s.
Would you like to have lived during that time?
I would love to have lived in the 50s. The 70s to me was kind of, you know, I became a teenager in the 70s, and the 70s was kind of a strange period. There wasn't much going on except for there was sort of this strange disco thing going on, and then there was a really wonderful sort of the punk movement came in the like 77, which I thought was great and sort of refreshing. But yeah, I would have loved to have lived in the 50s. I think it was a great time. Yeah.
Do I understand it correctly that none of you did your own singing for this film?
Yeah, there was. We did lip syncing to. Rachel Sweet did the girl's voice. It did Amy Locane's voice, and a guy named James Invelt did my voice in the movie. And I thought they did a great job with the singing. It was actually a lot of fun to lip sync. It was sort of like. It was just very different. I mean, it's the kind of thing you do when you're a kid in the mirror, you know, when you're about 8 years old.
But it's difficult.
It is difficult because you have to be sort of right on sync, so you got to listen to it a lot.
Did they ever consider you doing your own singing?
It was considered early on, and I even considered it early on, but there's no way I could have done as good a job as Jimmy Invelt did. I mean, he really got that rockabilly sound, you know, that sort of whining, you know, rockabilly voice. Yeah, it's much better this way. I don't think I could have done it at all.
Johnny, your career is on such a roll now, and I think that this movie is going to be, you know, another giant step forward for you. And you have all this adulation, especially from teen girls. Are you coping with that okay? I mean, the crowds surging toward you and all that sort of thing?
I don't think it's, I mean, it's strange. I don't know that it's anything I'll ever become comfortable with. I never wanted to be the center of attention. You know, I never really was comfortable with that.
You're in the wrong business then.
I know. But it's just sort of, yeah, it's. I mean, it's great. I'm glad people. You know, it's nice to be appreciated. Being on display is a little strange, but it's nice to be appreciated.
But you like the work.
I like the work, sure. I love the work.
And this just is part of the territory.
Yeah, it's part of the job.
Enjoy.
Thank
Johnny,
you.
I've enjoyed talking with you, and again, I really loved your performance. I think it's just great.
Well, thanks very much. I appreciate it.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think you're the